Oh, give me a sec. I've forgotten something.
That's winner's piece.
That is, isn't it?
I'm
Brought to me by the good people at Ned's.
absolutely blown away by that. And just generally, drifters absolutely cooked this morning.
Yeah, your little dangly thing in the back of your throat.
What's that called?
Ugula?
No, it's not. Is it? Is
It
that what
might
it's actually
be.
called?
Yeah.
I'm not even going to Google that. Yeah, woke up this morning, drifters, throat like razor blades. And I don't think it was anything to do with yelling at the TV last night. It's not that sort of sore throat. But you know what we do on this podcast? We win.
We overcome and we win.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
winners turn up.
Against-
Even when they're not feeling like turning up, winners turn up.
Even when they're on the canvas, 2 dislocated shoulders, we rock up and we get the job done. Feel for Oscar.
Oh, terribly.
So you're a relatively new, like, AFL fan, right? But you've embraced it. I love your passion.
Oh, yeah. I'd say I'd be probably about a decade.
Yeah.
If that.
Since we were living together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to take you, because you're a Brisbane Lions fan, but you probably don't know the storied history of the club, I guess.
Not as well as others. Not as well as you.
Well, Fitzroy used to be called the Fitzroy Gorillas before they were the Fitzroy Lions.
Why do they change?
Hey, I love my Lions. but-
Gorillas, though, that would have been sick.
But I'm sure you haven't even heard their theme song back in the day.
Definitely not.
So that's the gift I'm giving to you this morning.
Oh, yeah. Give it to me.
All right. It's good, isn't it?
Look, I can see where the Lions got their inspiration from.
I feel like this is a stronger edition. I feel like these guys can actually belt out a tune properly, you know?
Is it based off the French national anthem?
Yeah.
Not a fan of the French. Stinky.
But do you want to hear one of the worst ones of all time? Brisbane Bears. Mate, it's not even I don't know how you'd sing this after a win. It's probably why they didn't win that much, the Brisbane Bears back in the day. This is a tough carry. What era do you reckon this was created?
Sounds very 80s to me.
Yeah.
What do we say when we run out to play? Dare to beat the bear. What do we say when we run our way? Dare to beat the bear. We're hot, we're mean, we're strong, we're a team.
We're a team.
We're the very best team you've
Ever
ever
seen.
We're the Brisbane Bears.
Tough.
Guitar solo.
Yeah.
That is some of the poorest songwriting I've ever come
know.
across in my life. We're a team.
Yeah. We're heart. We're a team. We're the best team you've ever seen. We're the Brisbane Bears.
God. Well, look. All I know is that when you combine bears and gorillas, you get a lion,
Yeah.
and it's better.
And you get a winning team.
Yeah.
All right. This stat I was...
Alluding to.
This is genuine pub fuel for any drifter out there.
Okay.
This will knock your socks off.
Okay.
What team do you reckon's made more grand finals than any other team this millennium?
Since 2000.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not the Lions, is it the Swans?
It is the Swans. Swans with 7. Mate, Brisbane with 6. 6 grand finals in second place. That is equal with Geelong. More than Hawthorn.
Wow.
Hectic stat.
That is a hectic start.
It's a wild stat.
So
IMO.
you're effectively saying the Swans and the Lions who
And
are
the
playing,
Cats.
Yeah. But effectively the two grand finalists this year have been the 2 best clubs since 2000.
Mm-hmm. Essentially.
Effectively. Because at the end of the day, if you're not there in the big dance, which apparently is run on Epsom day anyway, if you're not there in the big dance at the end of the year, really, what did you even come into the season for?
Yeah.
What's the point?
What is the point? I thought that was a crazy stat.
That is crazy.
I'm looking at clubs like Carlton.
Dross.
Commiserations. Haven't even made it one appearance this millennium.
Pure dross.
Essendon, we know their issues. So I thought that was an unbelievable stat. But yeah, bloody proud. What a performance.
They just look gone.
On the canvas, and then it just clicked. Just clicked for him.
When your ruckman dislocates his shoulder, he's one of your best players. Like you said, top 3 players you don't want to go down. He'd be in there, Oscar. And for him to come back on was insane.
I think it was honestly, he knew he wouldn't be playing next week. It was like, Joey can't ruck the entire game.
Yeah.
I need to give him, he can ruck half a game. Honestly, if that doesn't get the boys up and about for next week, I don't know what will.
Absolutely. And if they x-rayed Oscar's ribs, it'd be a little line in there.
Yeah. Black caviar sized heart.
Yeah.
Black caviar? Far lap sized heart.
Far that big heart. Big
I'm sure BC had a big one.
May she rest in peace.
And all this chat going like, ooh, don't know how D'Arcy Fort or Henry Smith will go on the ruck. Hey, the VFL boys made a prelim last week, so they're rock hard fit. Don't worry about them.
Yeah,
they're ready to go. We have a system here at Brisbane.
There's no excuses.
Next man in.
Yeah, there's no excuses.
Yeah.
If they lose next week, actually, I'm not even going to say that.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. All I'm saying is, irrespective of what happens next week, we're not zeroing in on the fact that D'Arcy Foots had to step up.
No.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault he's a B grader.
Yeah. A good kick a goal. Yeah. Bloody exciting. And I think Australia wins when there's no Victorian team in there as well.
How's that? How's that?
Especially when they've gone to 2 former Victorian clubs. Hey, bruh, you need to leave.
Yeah, true. So what was Sydney? They South
Melbourne.
Yeah.
So these 2 teams have actually played in a grand final before, but in their original clubs in 1899.
That's pub fuel.
Yeah.
So it would have been what? Were they the Swans still? South Melbourne Swans?
I'm actually not sure, but I'm sure
It was Fitzroy Lions. Fitzroy Gorillas back then.
Maybe. I don't know when they changed it over.
Fitzroy's got a storied history.
Yeah.
What was the conversation? Look, guys, Gorillas, not really doing it for me anymore. Do you know what? Lions. Thoughts?
So, I suppose we are a horse racing podcast, though, so we should talk some horse racing at some point.
We should.
It was a mixed day.
It was a mixed day.
Weird day. I think it was a day where we learnt a lot moving forward.
Yeah, it was a moving day.
Yeah. I suppose the starting point would have to be the Group 1 Underwood Stakes, where you gave Buckaroo some chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess on the day where the track came up a good 4, I was like, ooh, this horse is still over the odds at 9-1, but instead I had an each way bet on Boy D'Argent. And he
Yeah,
ran,
the boys.
He ran dog shit. Buckaroo was dominant, 3.5 length winner. Absolutely brained him. And I think this is a lesson for punters, right? Some gelding operations work better than others, because there is one horse in Sydney that could be going down the atmosphere path.
Really could be. It really could be.
But getting back to Buckaroo,
Yeah, look, the Tug C has done wonders for him.
the ultimate gear change.
The ultimate gear change.
The Tug C.
The Tug C. And I think, you couldn't say the writing was on the wall in the Chelmsford, I'm guessing, is the name of the race he won last start. But what he was third up here. He went 14, 16, 18. A lot of these things are fresh. And he's been racing against, weight for age horses in Sydney, which is better than weight for age horses in Melbourne as it stands, based on this crop that was running around.
Yeah.
Absolutely dross.
Yeah.
This is not a Group 1.
No.
Magic Man, ridden all over the world. He's a global superstar.
Yeah.
He's in the traps before the race goes. He's looking to his left. He's looking to his right. He's like, fucking hell, really?
Is this it?
Is this it? He's like, wait a second. There's multiple Group 1 winners in this field.
Yeah.
Bar's a Group 1 winner.
And as he's...
Wet is a Group 1 winner. Coco Sutton. What the hell?
So as he's going past the winning post, he's looking back a fair way over his left shoulder there. He's seeing the current Caulfield Cup favourite be beaten by, 10 lengths. Fawkner Park back on the rail. It was just like, I think it put up more questions than it answered this race.
I think what you can do, Drifters, with this race is put a line through the entire thing.
I think, all right, so Buckaroo's obviously the one. Could you see Buckaroo? Because I think, didn't they say they were bringing him out for a Cox Plate last year?
Mm-hmm.
So could you see Buckaroo run in a Cox Plate this year?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As a 20-1 pop.
Yeah. After post-Tug C.
Post-Tug C, he's a $20 Cox Plate horse. Pre-Tug C, not even in the
40
field.
to 1.
Not even in the field.
No. It's, well, what, 12 or 13 starters? Yeah, it has to be elite. Has to be. He's probably in the conversation because our middle distance ranks are that dross.
Absolutely dross. I'm telling you, I'm praying to God that these 3-year-olds,
Yeah.
because
They've got a stranglehold on both.
it's
Everest.
getting weaker by the year.
The Cox Plate.
Just wait for age.
Yeah.
Getting weaker by the year.
Oh, especially when you have some of your best injured. Like without a fight, that's not the right setup for him. He needs a 2 in front of his racing, but he's competitive. He's racing into the top 5 there if he's fit, even if he's fat as a bus first up.
Yeah.
Place to carousel. So, re-shod on arrival at the barriers after pulling the near 4 plate. Underwent a veterinary examination and was past suitable to race. Performed below market expectations. Rider Mark Zara reported the mare was agitated pre-race and on pulling up made a respiratory noise. A post-vet examination revealed the mare had sustained lacerations on the left hind. A vet clearance is required to be permitted to race again. So there was clear excuses there.
I knew as soon as she was playing up before the gates.
Not her day.
Rip your ticket up, unfortunately. Not a lot of horses get vetted and win.
No, they don't.
So that's a bit disappointing, but would she have even beat Buckaroo? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. I think she, her European soiree would suggest that she likes a bit of cutout. I don't think it was genuine 4 yesterday though. It was like, I think it was probably a really fair track. The one, Fawkner Park, what do you do with him? Like, they wanted to get him to eyeball Caulfield before a Caulfield Cup assault, but if you're taking the shorts on him,
well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him. I think if you look through his last prep, he started off with a couple of nice 4ths and then started winning. So maybe he'll get better, deeper into his prep, but he's going second up into a Caulfield Cup, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think there's a horse who ran 4th in the Maccabi Diva last week who I think has panels on Fawkner Park. Warmonger. Panels.
Oh, disappointed to hear who's in the ownership of that horse.
Yeah, I know.
Real shame. Pericles. That was a nice tune-up run towards an Epsom, wasn't it?
Yeah, fantastic.
He just doesn't run it out, does he? He's just not up to that standard.
No, he's not. Like, and the market recorrected itself. Like, he opened at like $2.80.
Yeah.
Those people, like professional punters, a lot smarter than us, all over him. I didn't understand it. He's my guy, but he's not a Group 1 horse. He's a handicap Group 1 horse.
Yeah. Which I'm just looking up what weights he has in Epsom.
Well, he had 56 in a Donny.
Oh, 57.5. Eek.
What about a horse starting with G ending in Ringots?
It's unfortunate for you. I thought you were so much better.
Oh,
Gringotts. Let's have a look here. 52 kilos. That is so well found by you.
terrific shopping.
Well done.
Terrific shopping.
Well done.
It would have been even better if you won yesterday, but anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Damn, Pericles. That weight's got me a bit deflated. I think
Here's you saying you're deflated. Meanwhile, lion scarf, beer. It's 8:51 a.m. drifters. That's not deflating. That's inflating.
Yeah.
That's linebacker type areas.
yeah, well, you know,
Get your penis out.
so you know why that's a little bit deflating to me. And to be honest, I should have. This is the toxicity of futures markets, but I'll explain to you why. Because in my pending bets on my Neds app right now, I had Elias first up in like when he resumed like about 4 weeks ago into Elias into the Metrop at 11-1. So I got a nice little ticket there. I think he's $3 favourite now. So I got $11 for him. I had that again. So into Pericles to place in the Epsom at 50-1. So I think that's a nice ticket that I've got. And then the other one I have the Elias win into Pericles win double at, what is that? 104-1.
Sheesh.
So there's a pulse.
Absolutely.
Elias was super.
He was good. He's a tough horse.
Yeah.
He's the just fine of this year.
Yeah, I think he's better than that horse though. Like he gave Chewolf a kilo there. Tactical advantage, yes, but I think his last 200 was, I think, looking at the, going off memory here on the sectional data, but I think his last 200 was superior than Chewolf's. Tactical advantage was much better, but maybe the barrier beat Chewolf, maybe, but no. So
Chewolf's only won twice in his career, hasn't he? So he can run on a bit.
Chewolf's last 200 was actually superior, so by about 1.5 lengths. But hey, they both ran a super last 600. Chewolf 33.27, Elias 33.66. Yeah, I think Elias is the horse to beat in the Metro for sure.
Absolutely. He's a smart little stayer, I think. Could he come out of a Metrop and go well in a Caulfield Cup?
Probably a better prospect that we've seen recently.
Top 5 chance? Yeah, good horse. Good horse. What about the Serpent? Running into 4th.
Yeah, only beaten 3.5 lengths.
Yeah, that's him though.
Knew he was going to lead.
Yeah, at all costs.
$26. Outstanding run. Zardozi beaten 4 lengths. $12 she started. Big price. Adelaide River was my top selection, and he was dog shit. Second last he finished.
King. Mixed day for those silks.
Bit of interesting. Bit of second up syndrome. But is it a myth? I don't know, because there were some horses that were second up this weekend that were super. Others that were still not quite hitting the mark. Fangirl was one in Sydney that she was just so superior to them. So she did handle the good track and the mile.
She did. She did. Yeah. She that was an arrogant win. Weird race. Because sort of didn't really travel, did they?
Yeah, I think I was looking at the sectional data that I collated before, and as I get it up, but she broke 33 seconds last 600. Like she's pretty much one of the only horses in Australia over the mile that can do that. But if you look at the 1600 meter races on the day, there was one other one, and that was floating in a benchmark 88, and that ran quicker time than the 7 Stakes.
Did it?
So they weren't traveling. as hard, obviously.
Yeah, and it makes it tricky when you're trying to line up these sort of Group 1 horses in Sydney with the Melbourne ones, because the weight for age races in Melbourne are being run at a clip because of Pride of Jenny. So when you put a Fangirl into those races, you think, oh yeah, the more pace up front is just going to suit them more. It's just like, well, is it though?
I'm going to have to look back at the King Charles. I'm assuming that was a tough run because the 7 Stakes happened, said it on the podcast during the week. The exact same thing happened last year, except there was no Think It Over on speed, who's just like a tough...
He's better than my Oberon.
Yeah, tough old gelding. It's like, I don't think Fangirl gets past him again if he's racing here.
No.
So I'm going to have to see what happened in the King Charles last year in terms of times, because we have seen Fangirl on a hot speed in the Champions Mile last year not be able to reel in Pride Jenny. Now, there was a on-speed wind-assisted bias that day, so maybe that went into it. So that I reckon the King Charles, if it was compared to other mile races, if it's run quick at the start, it might produce the best of her. But we've seen her produce some scintillating last 600 clips. The other thing that really helps her, she was last, but she was still only like 3 to 4 lengths off him. And her last 600's so much more elite than anything in that field. So, but $1.75, I'm happy to watch and clap.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, well done.
Yeah, like if you're diving into that, then good on you. But like for her pattern, you know, she's gonna, from that gate, you knew she was going to be last, and yeah, she had to reel off an elite last 600 meters to win that race.
Yeah,
and if that's the case, and you're only getting $1.75, no thank you, no thank you. But interesting to see what happens in that King Charles with Pride of Jenny, because I'm guessing Pride of Jenny's going to go to that.
Well, I think after the race, emotions are high. But Kieran was saying he thinks she might be more of a 2,000 metre horse now. But the plan has always been from the camp that the King Charles is the first grand final. So I'd say King Charles into a Cox Plate.
Yeah, interesting.
So, yeah, Fangirl super. Like, it's still only won by half a length there. So maybe there's, on a red hot speed, conditions in her favour, she brains them like she did last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. Now, the shorts. I Am Me. We were kind of talking about this horse.
Yep.
It did look to set up so well for her.
She was a bet yesterday.
Yeah. $2.60 was short, though.
It was short, but I was happy to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I jumped on Private Eye. Visually, his last 200 was super. I tell you what, there's a horse she stamped her Everest ticket here. Steffi Magnetica.
Absolutely. That's the one out of the race that you know.
Mother?
He ran super.
He did.
He ran super for Jack Pride. Don't know if Jack would have planned to have Marzo and Dragonstone finish ahead of Private Eye, but anyway. I Am Me, 1,200 metres in an Everest.
That's the concern. So her last 200 metres, I Am Me, was 11:49 compared to an 11:22 from Steffi and an 11:19 from Private Eye. So, granted, she kind of set up the race from the 6 to the 2, I'd say. But, yeah, I don't know about that for I Am Me.
But the thing is, like, Steffi has to get a slot because she came home like a freight train and the 1,200 metres will suit her down to the ground. More than will I Am Me, but are you taking Marzo over I Am Me? Are you taking Private Eye over I Am Me at this stage? She's just won. She's just won twice in a row.
I would take Private Eye over I Am Me, I'd say.
I would be shocked if anyone picks him up for the Everest. Shocked.
Private Eye.
Well, what's he done?
He finished off okay
He
there.
finishes off okay every single time he runs.
Yeah, but
How often does he win? When was the last time he won?
I didn't... So, hold on. Did he... Was he barrier 1, Private Eye? Is that right?
11.
Oh, okay. It's not showing me. Okay. Are you sure? Yeah, barrier 11. Okay. Racing New South Wales has got that wrong then. Because I was like, how did he get that wide? But no, that makes sense. I thought he finished off okay.
Yeah, but I'm not. Okay, so what are you taking him on then? You're taking him on the fact that he won the shorts last year, and that's the last time he won, and he's placed twice in an Everest. The ship sailed. The ship has sailed. If you're getting him in your slot, you're basically saying, okay, so all of the evidence that we have of Private Eye, which is a lot now, he's going to win the Everest. No way in hell. I'd be shocked if he gets taken. I'd take Think About It over him. And Think About It's a 2,000 metre horse. Shocked.
The son of So You Think.
The son of So You Think. I'd take the son of Lonhro. I'd take Atmosphere over bloody Private Eye. Do you know who's not going? Do you know who's not going to the Everest?
Daft Cabin.
Daft Cabin. He's a myth.
What happened to him?
He's a myth. And we've both been victims of Daft.
Yeah, not anymore. Tell you what, if he...
I jumped off that train a lot quicker than you did.
Yeah. But
actually, no, I was on the train and then I jumped off and then you jumped on it. You weren't even on it.
I hated the train.
Yeah, I know. And then you jumped on.
I know. Because
he sucked us in, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about him. So if Daft Cabin, he could be the next horse we're in ownership of. Because if...
Yeah. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah. Because if he comes up here...
I would love to own that horse.
100%. Because if they're going to give me if we're going to give us rather 5% for, I don't know, like $5,000.
Oh,
where do I sign?
Where do I sign?
Because
he would R&P up here.
Mate, are you kidding me?
He would R&P.
Like the listed 1200s up here. Oh. He would destroy.
Oh, I would love to own him.
I would love to take him to the Toowoomba.
The Wheatwood.
Yeah, the Wheatwood. What else? He'd appreciate the Sunshine Coast with a bit of give. Daft Cabin. Yeah, Sydney's not his grade.
No.
He will not be racing in Godolphin Silks next year. No chance. No way.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is like, before we absolutely pop this horse, there was nothing wrong with him. Like, there was nothing in the stewards report. So unless there's like something that comes out post race, well after, all we can go is the information at hand on a Sunday morning, 8 a.m. with a beer in hand, that he's no good.
He's no good. We were right about Lady of Camelot as well.
I couldn't
People were giving her a push.
I couldn't believe
People were giving her a push, mate.
Couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. She did start $13, and the market spat her out, rightfully so. But
unbelievably poorly placed.
Yeah. The two horses that they came for basically ran 1-2, and probably Mumbai Muse was the other one that they came for as well, and Private Eye, to be fair. So, yeah, I think Steffi gets a slot. I don't think IME's up to that. I don't think. Like, she running top 3 in Everest?
Well, the thing is, if this is the crop, yeah. Like, honestly though. So
there's better horses than...
As it stands right now, Bella Nipotina has got a slot. I Wish I Win's got a slot.
Let me look at this Instagram post that we did.
Bustling has a slot. It still begs belief how he got a slot in the Everest so early. Unbelievable. Jesus Christ.
All right, so the ones that you still have coming in, I think about it, Jolly Star, Stormboy, Sunshine in Paris has got her slot, right? But she's still to be announced. Giga Kick, Hayasugi, who we've been told is most likely not heading there, but she would be competitive in a race like that.
I don't get that from you, Clinton. Oh, we're not. She's a bit too soon. What do you mean, bit too soon? If you get an opportunity to run an Everest, you take that opportunity with two hands.
So, Overpass Growing Empire Traffic Warden. So, Overpass is probably the horse.
He's a funny horse.
Mate, if Bjorn Baker, I'd love to see him in a negotiation, because I reckon he'd be like, look, this horse first up. Like, do you want him to run top 4?
Yeah,
because that's the risk you're going to have to take. I reckon he's worth the risk. Like, where's the speed in this field?
as a fresh horse. That's what I mean about IME though. IME's going to be up on pace, mate.
Yeah, but not at 1,200 metres. Her last 200 sectional would suggest that she's going to bang up. She can't run it out. Not against that class.
Oh, but like I'd rather take her than Private Eye.
I disagree with that.
He hasn't shown me anything. He hasn't shown me anything which would suggest that he's gonna go better than what he has the last 2 years, and he hasn't won. It's exposed form, whereas IME is in the form of her life. She just put them both away the last 2 races. She beat Bella Nipotina first up. She's got her slot. Steffi will get a slot. She beat both of them. Like, am I saying she wins the race? No, but like, there's gonna be some scraps that some people are gonna need to find.
That's true. Let me just get the form up for this field, because that will. How do I do this?
I still don't get people still tipping Af Cabot and Lady of Camelot in that race. It doesn't make any sense.
I say she can't run out 1,200 metres, but she's won 4 times at the 1,200.
Oh, an easier grade than Everest, mate.
Yeah, so all right. So she finished 4th in Goodwood with 55 kilos. She finished 4th in a Sangster at 1,200 metres. She finished 3rd in the Billy Reid Stakes. Probably one of her career best performances, I'd say, behind Imperatriz and Johnny Rocker. Johnny Rocker beat her home.
Yeah, what the hell?
2nd in a Manicato last year. One of her best wins actually was that Sydney Stakes win on Everest Day last year. That was super. That was really impressive. But she beat Airman and Bella, who Bella at the time was not. The start after for Bella was when Bella really established herself in the Giga Kick Stakes.
That's what I mean. And Bella was 6th then. So I think Kieran Maher with these mares, Pride of Jenny, is another one. Like, sometimes they can just it takes until they're about 6 to start reaching their peaks, which is insane to me. But he's shown us before. He might be showing us again. Honestly, I'm not standing here saying she wins the race because I backed her yesterday at $2.80. I'm just saying, I think she should get a slot.
Okay.
Based on what I've seen.
Okay. So her career to date, right? Her 1,200 metre wins have been against. I'm just looking at the placings here. Dehorned Unicorn.
Dehorned Unicorn. Funny.
Hellfest. Space Boy. Dragonstone.
So not Space Walk.
Space Boy. Dragonstone, Deepore, and Airman and Bella. So she is getting better as she goes up in her grades, obviously, but I still feel it's a bridge too far.
Yeah, I don't think she wins an Everest, but what I'm saying is she deserves a slot more than most of these.
I think it's a waste of money.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a waste of money if you're picking up bloody Private Eye. I would be shocked if he won the Everest. Shocked, mate. Like,
if he won the Everest or got a slot?
No, if he won the Everest, like, if he got a slot, yeah, I'd be surprised and yeah, I guess shocked a bit because like I think you're just pissing your ticket away. Honestly, I think that. Bro hasn't won for 12 months. IME's won twice in a fortnight.
Sure. In prep runs.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I know.
Marzu beat him home. Dragonstone beat him home. How much further did he beat Lady of Camelot by? The most poorly placed horse in Australia.
Because he's a miler, mate.
He's a miler.
Like,
he could run on a bit.
I'll tell you this for free, Declan and Drifters. There is no chance I'm sending a horse to Jack Pride. Ever.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Tell you who was impressive yesterday, who's a class above, is Autumn Glow. That was outstanding. That was so good.
She's very good.
Got out to $2 too. Like that's a price where you can go, oh, hello. Probably I still like I was on Erno, so what do I know? But yeah, she was so good.
See
So
see the sire of the horse that ran into second. That ran into second.
Oh,
He's good. These
God-
fillies, mate.
God bless his penis.
God bless his broken penis. So Autumn Glow, she did not look comfortable being up on speed.
No.
At all.
But versatility, mate. I think just like her daddy, I think Tass did that once or twice as well. Caulfield Guineas 3 wide on speed comes to mind where he brained it by about 6 lengths.
What the hell? Oh, he was very good. We said it weeks ago that she had, one hand on the Flight Stakes trophy and she's got both on her now.
Yeah.
Like, I think bad luck is the only thing that beats her.
Yeah, I think so. Like she banged up a little bit. Her last 200, where Snow in May did come home about 1.5 lengths quicker than her, but she had every right to. Like I think she's run absolutely super. Yeah, I think Erno's Cube looked to kind of take that run on the rail and she might be in the finish. I think she might have banged up that 4 weeks between runs. So she's one I could entertain in third up, going towards the grand final. I could potentially see her have an improved performance, but going to have to go to some other level to beat Autumn Glow here. The other thing is as well, and I'm big on this, is especially with these 3-year-olds and the 2-year-olds as well, like doing all-in-one prep. But Chris Waller, he's probably, especially for these younger horses, he's one of the more conservative trainers that we've seen. And he's got the runs on the board with the Golden Slipper, with Shinzo winning it in his first prep, but that was the first public prep. Like there would have been training preps prior to that.
Absolutely. Well, he was asked about Autumn Glow yesterday. Could she, post a Flight Stakes? Could she go to a Caulfield Guineas or something like that? And he said, no. She goes to that and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's
a shame because imagine her in a Cox Plate.
She deserved to be there. She deserved to be there more than Private Eye would be in the fucking Everest. She's very good. Are we going to talk about another horse that potentially could be racing in Brisbane? And he's a Godolphin horse at the moment.
Who's that?
Little Kitty Cat Tom.
Oh no, he's not that bad.
I would love to own Kitty.
Imagine bringing him up here.
He would RMP up here.
I said to you as well, might get the replay up. I'll show you what I was talking about. If I can find it, give me a second here. Because I kind of saw this in his action where. Give me a sec here. His action, it just looked like he wanted ground. And who's he out of? What do the Harry Angels do?
Bit everything.
So look at Kitty Cat here, coming to the outside. Big loping action, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's like a Berkeley Square type.
Because he is a big horse.
He is a big horse, Kitty Cat Tom.
But he did get motoring late. So I think if you get a better price for him, so the horse that I compare to, and Marcus Williams, please don't at me, but Amenable was there to win that race yesterday, and Kitty Cat still beat him home. So it's I think he's run okay. And it's heading towards an Epsom, with all due respect to McHale, who Brad Gray, congratulations to you, sir. Brad? I think that's his name. Tipping McHale at 90-1 on Thursday. That is a hell of a performance from Scott.
That is very well done, Brad. Dirty, are you? Pipped my thing on the line.
Yeah, Gringotts was in the finish, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Said chips in on Wednesday. I said chips in. And nearly got the chockies. He jumped at $4.50. Market loved him.
Mate, I honestly, watching that live, I thought you got the bob. I was like, he's done it. That's a shame.
It's a shame. The ticket for $31 in the Epsom is still looking pretty good though.
It's looking great. 52 kilos. What does Tom have? Let's have a look here. Tom in an Epsom has 54. So, it's a weight advantage. Actually, what weights did they have
Do you know
yesterday?
what they call it? Beating the handicapper.
So Gringotts yesterday, 55. Tommy had 57. So it's equal weights again in the Epsom, basically. You know who's beating the handicapper and doing it quite nicely is another wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I think one drifter was in our DMs going like, gee, another wheel's a nice horse, but I just want price about him. It's like, mate, that's what you're going to get for a horse that's going to a handicap mile. They're just going to run him in these benchmark 100s and he's just going to win because he's so much better than them.
Yep.
Even when he nearly fell over at the top straight, still wins by a length and a half.
Yeah. Absolutely. He's an exciting horse. Excuse me. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Am I boring you or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Poor Jamie. Bloody hell. He's been put through the ringer recently. So glad that nothing bad happened, but for him to pick himself back up and still put him away. Very good horse. The bubble didn't burst for him. It burst for stablemate, same Silks Federer, son of Jamaica.
Yeah.
He went round at $1.50 as well.
As Matty Hill said, a bit of foot fault by Federer.
Well said, Matty Hill.
I might have said to it for Jared Dawn, friend of ours, in the DMs. That field aced him.
Well done, man. That's funny.
So, yeah, not good for the Fed, but just looking here, told you just out of the corner of my mouth as this race started, I'm on Jimmy Starry. Kieran said apparently to the connections, he's gonna loop him up and win in the last 50. He said, I was thinking 50 meters, not 50 centimeters. Took every inch of the straight there by Jimmy.
It did. No, and look, well found, mate. He's one of those horses who I think because people's fingers are burnt from him last prep, they were probably a bit hesitant, and therefore you got a good price about him. But in reality, like, he's better,
Yeah.
He wants further. Same sire as my guy Gringotts. Really building an affinity for that horse.
Oh, mate. Yeah. No, sorry. Just thinking, going to back of the Underwood, because of course, my number one selection was Scratch Kovalica.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Do you want to know where he's heading next?
Yeah, you said yesterday.
An Epsom handicap. Honestly, what? Why? Why is he heading there? He's in the, he's in the Caulfield Cup field now, as it stands. He's 16th in the order of entry.
Oh,
with
bizarre.
53.5 kilos. That's a winning weight.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
I'm shocked.
I don't know what he's doing with that horse.
He's got 55.5 in an Epsom. So his worst weight is actually mind-boggling. What a wasted talent.
It is mind-boggling.
And if he goes out and wins an Epsom, so be it. But it's like, it's not going to be with our money on. Like,
No, I don't need to bet in that race anymore, mate.
yeah, that's true.
Where's St. George in the order of entry for the Caulfield Cup?
I knew you were going to ask that. St. George. Oh, I'm scrolling.
Oh, no.
I'm scrolling. Oh, there he is. 83rd in the order of entry.
He had to win that race yesterday. So he finished fourth, Drifters, but it was a by Schnoz.
So
He wants further. You could just tell he's just winding up.
now there is a lot of dross ahead of him, right? So I'm just going to pick out three. Star of India, Emissary, El Bodegon. So the bear on the
Kovalica apparently is not going to be in there.
bear on the loose, Royal Patronage might be there. Akita Sushi, there's a lot of dross ahead of him.
A lot of drops.
So, but yeah, it's not looking.
Yeah, my ticket at 50s isn't looking good, is it? He had to win that yesterday.
Yeah.
But he just, you commented, the way he runs, he looks like a stayer.
Yeah.
He's a striking horse.
So I'm interested to see like where he's at. The Melbourne Cup might not be out yet. No, I don't think so. It might be, but I'm looking at Caulfield Cup. So yeah, 83rd apparently.
Eek.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough. Oh well. You get that on the big jobs?
I think that's right. Don't hold me to that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. It's the list I'm looking at the moment. Pretty sure it is. Anyway. Yeah, but he kind of loomed up like he was going to win, but then he just kind of needed further.
Flattened out, yeah.
Yeah. And then the Caulfield Guineas Prelude. Angel Capital.
Mm-hmm.
Nice win.
Yeah, nice win.
Does he win the Guineas?
No. Something out of the Golden Rose will win the Guineas. Sydney Colts are better. And Andrew Capital's good, but if he was going to win the Guineas, I think he needed to beat this lot by a bit more.
Yeah, I think so.
But no, he's a good. He's a BT. He's good.
Yeah, like he could win a Carbine Club on Derby Day.
Yep, absolutely. He could win a.
Or if they go the other way, I think the Caulfield Guineas. That's the beauty of it, and is you'll have a ton of colts that don't run out the mile, and then they go towards a Coolmore Stud Stakes, and I love that because I put a line through them straight away. Because two A-grade grand finals like that, you can't do it.
Do you know what he could win? An Australian Guineas, because it's around on the same day as the bloody Randwick Guineas.
True. Fuck, honestly. When is common sense going to prevail, Declan?
When we're in charge, which is never.
Never. As you say, our quote's reasonable. I think that's pretty much about it.
Yep.
So main targets today, or main things for me to do, obviously edit this podcast. That's number one. Number two is getting flights and accommodation. Sorting out tickets to the Manikato meeting on Friday night as well.
Can I come?
Mate, didn't I tell you? Mate, we've got you're on the waiting list for tickets already. Got 2 of them.
You're kidding?
For the grand final, yeah.
Already?
Yeah. I did that last week. 2 of them.
Thank you, mate. That's really well done. And you know what? I'm just going to say this. Thanks to the good people at Ned's.
Yeah.
We really love you guys. Thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. Team Red, we like you guys too. And you have a terrific view of the Moonee Valley racetrack. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. For no particular reason.
You know what was underrated in that place? The food. The food
was
was
real good.
Sensational. It was really good.
Yeah.
Fried chicken burger. Very nice.
Yeah, really good. Friday night at the Valley under lights. The beers taste pretty good.
Tipping comp.
Oh, yes. Shit. So we're about like 80 to 100 people already.
Yeah.
So, look, I'll say this, Drifters. If you can send it to more of your mates who are interested, and if we start getting a ridiculous number, like 150 to 200 people, Daniel and I have had a conversation. We might have to up the stakes.
Yeah.
We might have to up the stakes and just make it a bit more juicy and exciting. But if you haven't signed up yet, you've got until next Wednesday night at 7 p.m. So there's still time. It's free to enter. As it stands right now, it's $1,000 for the winner. That could increase. Super easy. Just go to www.onthedriftpodcast.com. It'll take you less than a minute to sign up.
Yeah. Now, if you're signing up through the Instagram, there's been a few issues. Not our fault. It's Instagram's fault. Basically, the browser, the Instagram browser, for some people it works fine. But if you get an error message when you submit, all you have to do is go to a brand new browser, type in www.onthedriftpodcast.com, separate browser, new browser, enter your details, should be fine.
Should be fine. Alternatively, I think if you try go through like the YouTube link, that's on the video there, that'll work. But
Show notes,
yep. If you're having any issues, send us a message on Instagram, please.
yeah, but we'll sort you out.
Yeah, we'll sort you out.
But yeah, as Jonesy said, if you get more mates involved, we will potentially up the stakes. So it's in your best interest to,
really
just send a link to your mates and see if they sign up.
Yep, it's free to enter. Why not? Why not?
Why not, indeed. All right. So the first race for that will be next Friday night. Now, our plans might be, our intentions are to give updates on that leaderboard on Sundays. Now, we might be a bit fragile, but I'd say we'll still push through for that.
I'd say so.
All right.
I'd say so.
All right. We'll see you Wednesday. Goodbye.
Big week. Let's go.